Hello dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, and if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all the information can be found down below in the description. So we have Scorpio Sagittarius. I mean, remember guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever applies. We have this energy of and it was very weird the way that it came in. It says in love with a monster. So there's something that you are in love with, or something that you are engaging that is self-destructive. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It doesn't have to be like the person that you're with or something like that. This is just a behavior, a way of thinking, a thought, an addiction, or something of that matter. There's something that you're not ready, or you think that you're not ready to give up. So the more that you tell yourself that you're not ready to give something up, the more you're going to continue on living within that energy. So something very, very a simple example, right, is somebody that is constantly procrastinating, right? So that's like, let's say that's the monster that you're in love with, right? The procrastination. And then what that does is, like, you're always trying, and I'm not saying that some people don't work good under pressure, but when you're constantly doing that, you're putting you're literally when it comes to your nervous system, it really does a number on you. And I get it that sometimes you have, there are reasons why you procrastinate, but a lot of the times you're procrastinating to do things that are not serving you, doing things that are not helping you grow or evolve, things that are not doing anything other than wasting the time and energy that you have at that moment in time. So there is a need to face the fact that, yeah, you may have been a procrastinator for the past 15-20 years, but that doesn't mean that it can't change, right? Because if you're looking for more, you're trying to do more, you want change, the first thing that you have to do is admit that there is an issue, accept the issue. And when I say issue, is that thing that you want to change, right? And it can be something as simple like, let's say you want to start getting up 30 minutes earlier because you want to meditate, or you want to, whatever it is that you want to do before you get your day started. Well, that monster will be every time you hit the snooze button, right? Because you're comfortable with it, and you're in love with waking up later. But what is that doing? It's not allowing you to wake up that extra half an hour early to do whatever you want to do. And to be honest with you, I am not here promoting to anyone to tell you what time to wake up. Everybody's body is different, and everybody works at a different time frame. I am personally, yes, with narcolepsy and everything, I am a 5 a.m. person, and I have been like that since I was a child, right? That is my internal clock. That's the time that I like to wake up. And I have an alarm set for 5, and usually 4:59, 4:58, I'm wide awake, right? But again, that is my schedule. That is what works for me. And it's perfectly fine, because it gives me that morning time by myself before I start engaging with everyone else in the house. But I can easily hit the snooze button and continue on sleeping. But then what happens when I wake up? I feel like crap. And I'm being completely honest. So it's almost kind of like that situation. It's like, what is it that you are doing, or what is it that you're engaging in that is a self-destructive, or it's not serving a purpose in your life? So that monster, let's put it this way, that you are in love with is what has to be faced, and it's what has to be overcome. And it's almost like, kind of like, you have to slay that monster, right? So let's say what would be like a good example to use of something that that you may tell yourself you can't do. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be in regards to to exercise, right? So like, let's say I was invited to do something towards the end of the year, and it's going to be a huge challenge for me. Let's just put it this way. When we get closer, I'll let you guys know. And then I shared it with other people, and I was like, oh, you should really try and do this with me. Like, I've never done it, but I'm gonna do it with somebody that's done it, and this and this and that. And right away they were like, oh wait, nah, that's too much, I can't do that. And I'm like, yo, it's not till like November, relax, we got time. But that person already decided that they can't do it, so they're not going to. And that monster for that person is their self dialogue. It's the way that they speak to themselves. It's the word that they speak into creation. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a love energy card. um Now, the love energy card can be any type of love, romantic, um, platonic, spirituality, yourself. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So again, this energy of you looking at something that is no longer serving you, it's no longer bringing the satisfaction, right? You feel that the more that you engage in this behavior or this thought pattern, the further away you're getting from your goals and your dreams. So sit with those spaces. I'm not telling you to dwell within those spaces, but do acknowledge them and face them, and start making those small little changes so that you can move away or you can release whatever this energy is for you specifically. There are certain things that you can do and that they occur or happen overnight. Sometimes it takes time, right? When you shift your eating habits, it takes time. I remember years ago when I used to always say, oh, I can't eat that many times a day, right? Like 6 times a day. And I said that to myself for years. And then one time I decided I was going to do it because I wanted to, there was a certain goal that I wanted to hit, not physically, fitness wise, when it came to my strength and things like that. And I started to do it, and it was amazing, because it worked, right? But it's also kind of like knowing that sometimes certain things work only for a season, right? So it's almost kind of like the more you tell yourself you can't do something, the more you're not going to be able to. So if your dialogue is that monster that you're dealing with, then I suggest going ahead and being a little bit more aware of not just what you are saying to yourself, but what you're actually thinking in regards to yourself. So your closing message is unbound, releasing soul patterns, and soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So again, you're being asked to release whatever this monster it is that you're in love with, right? It could be something as simple as drinking a freaking, like, the drinking soda every day, and you want to start increasing your water intake, right? Or you want to reduce your sugar, but you're having a freaking can of soda every single day. Well, then that's the monster that you have to release. I'm not telling you to stop drinking soda every day cold turkey, because I know that there are side effects that can come with that, right? But maybe start with drinking half of the can that you normally drink, and then the next day you drink half of, like, a quarter of it, and things like that, until you slowly go ahead and remove yourself from whatever it is that is causing so many issues. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing. Guys, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.